I appreciate it.
Yeah. So what was that like?
It's been an experience. It's been awesome. God is great. We ended up having a little baby boy, and besides being very uncomfortable on the hospital bed, everything else is going really well.
Was that? I just have to. Was that yesterday? When was he born?
8:17 a.m. yesterday morning.
Was it a long labor? Or
It was a planned C-section, so everything went accordingly, and the original due date was actually the day of the original Florida game, so that would have been eventful. But
does he have a jersey? I just need to know now.
Oh, not yet. We need to get him one. We need to get him one soon.
Okay.
So what did you do? Go straight from breaking down film to the hospital, or how does that work?
Yeah, pretty much. We had Sunday practice and went to the hospital the next morning at 4:30 a.m. So it was about a 6-hour layover.
And right back here, straight from the hospital.
Straight from the hospital. So we'll go back to the hospital. I'll go back to the hospital probably day around 4 after we're done watching tape.
Well, we obviously got their takeaways from the game yesterday, but your general consensus thoughts coming off of the performance?
The biggest thing is tackling. I thought we did a poor job tackling at all three levels. Obviously, the 66-yard touchdown with 3 missed tackles. Should have been a first down. Schematically, they did a good job and had done something that we hadn't necessarily seen or prepared for, but we got to tackle a catch. That's probably the number one thing. The number two thing is we have to be able to communicate better across the board. There were some breakdowns just from a lack of communication that cost us, but we got to eliminate the big play, and a lot of that comes from tackling.
How do you practice that nowadays with all the limitations?
We do a tackle circuit every day. We probably need to do a better job as coaches, emphasizing strike zones and getting low. And then angles. We took some really poor angles, so we have a pursuit drill that we do, and that's what we've done the last 2 days, tackle and pursuit.
I mean, like just overall in football now, they had a ton of missed tackles too.
It's tough. That's always a worry going into the season opener. You tackle maybe twice, maybe 3 times max going into the season opener, and that's the first time you've tackled really since spring ball, which you only tackle 2 or 3 times. So it's becoming more of a challenge, and there's got to be some give and take on the offensive and defensive side of the ball, but that is always one of your concerns going into the first game of the year.
As far as deep coverage is concerned, you guys really, as deep downfield passes, was only that one 65-yard that Gilbert got hit on. I know you guys were a little short-handed, a couple guys that were out. Would Gilbert have been in that situation no matter what in that coverage scheme?
Yeah, and it wasn't just Gilbert. Gilbert's obviously the guy that everyone on TV sees chasing the guy down, but we got to have a middle field safety playing in the middle of the field. So it was two-part. Like I said, I know Gilbert's the one that gets pointed out, but there's a safety that needs to be over the top of, and a middle field coverage goes in the middle of the field, and that ball should never be thrown. But we didn't do that, and we paid the price for it.
Was that Amari supposed to be there?
Besides the missed tackles, what do you think of the performance? I mean, you held them pretty much in check.
Yeah, I think we did some really, really good things. Could have had more tackles for loss if we do a better job trusting our teammates and setting edges, which once again we'll get better with our pursuit drill. But like I said, there's a lot of positives to take away from, and I think it's about Miami, not necessarily who we're playing.
I was going to say, how good is it to have that on tape now? Like as a just teaching points.
Oh, it's huge. And yesterday's Tell the Truth Sunday, and we tell the truth and let them know exactly what they're supposed to do properly. So they get it. There was a bunch of mad guys walking around here, not necessarily sad, but that means they took it to heart, and that's what you'd like to see as a coach. So, it's still a positive, that we can pull away from it, but at the same time, we can't let people pat us on the back and think the defense played well, because we all played a part in losing that ball game.
Coach, when you assess the tape and when you talk to your players, how much of this is unvarnished? Do you still give them the positive takeaways that you saw?
Oh, yeah.
But are you guys really,
No, we there's a good, bad, and ugly tape. So, we don't make stuff up. We praise what we did a good job of. It's like anything in life. If you just beat someone down all the time, they're not even going to want to come to work. So, we definitely show the positive and let them know that we can be a great defense if we do what we're coached to do. So, there's definitely a lot of positives in there as well.
Your assessment of the pass rush on Saturday?
I thought Florida did a great job game planning, getting the ball out quick, a lot of 7-man max protections to protect their offensive line. Some things out of empty that they had not necessarily shown was drop back pass. So, looking back, maybe would have been a little more aggressive, versus that formation. But overall, I thought there was some good push in the pocket. Forced two interceptions, even though it doesn't necessarily go as down as a sack. So, there's some room to improve, but they also did a nice job, I thought, up front.
Like, were there some guys that performed well in their roles, whatever they might be, that could maybe push for more playing time based on how they did?
Oh yeah, I think Rob Knowles is the first guy that comes to mind. He did a great job. Need to do a better job of getting him on the field more, and we've told him that. I thought he stepped up and played well. Chicoze did a nice job. Trayvon Hill did some good things. So there's some quality depth there. We need to probably play some more guys. But overall, I think some guys will push for more playing time after last week's performance.
The impact of having DJ Ivy back.
That was huge. Being able to have three really good corners out there. I thought Al played well. A couple things that he would like to have back, especially early on and late in the game. But for his first start ever, and he did some really good things. Now there's obviously room for improvement. DJ Ivy will add some great length into the corner spot, and then having Trajan there as well. We feel really good about those three.
How about Shaq and Pinckney? Their Pro Football Focus grades were not real good. I don't know how much weight you put into that, but how did they grade out when you guys graded the film?
Average. I thought they played average. And we're going to hold it. I talked to them both. I'm going to hold them to a higher standard than any other linebacker in that room because more is expected of them and, on the defense period. So they know they didn't play their best game. I thought they were average. I thought maybe they tried to press too much and try to do too much, but they get it. They'll be fine. They'll bounce back. They'll have a great game next weekend.
Thanks a lot, Coach.